So in this segment, I'm going to show you how to prepare the face to accept the foundation and the powder. So the first thing I like to do is be sure that my skin is completely free of any oil or sweat or moisture or residual makeup. So to do that, I like to use just your regular baby wipe. And of course these are unscented baby wipes, so Tammy's face doesn't smell like a baby's bottom when we're all done. So I'm going to just take the baby wipe and I'm just going to wipe the skin down like this. If there's anything on that skin, I want to just wipe it off. These work excellent for this. And just makes the skin all nice and free of anything on it. So that the foundation stick goes on the face smooth and evenly. So now let's talk about the foundation sticks. So here at Janet's Closet, we have quite a number of foundation sticks to choose from. So we have the standard foundation sticks that we sell right here. They're a little less money, a little cheaper variety, and they are a little bit more pasty to apply. So in some circumstances, the pastier one for a really, really tough beard may be a little better than the more creamy ones. Now, the premium foundation sticks are easier to apply, and they're very, very creamy and smooth to apply. Both of them do the same job, but for myself, I prefer the premium sticks. Now, as you can see, they go from a very, very dark color and they graduate all the way back to your lighter color. Now, I am going to choose the pale beige today for Tammy, because the final product for Tammy today is going to be blonde hair. So my take on it is that if you're going to have light color hair, you should have a light color foundation. So if you're going to have a darker hair, you should have a darker foundation. So, you know, if you notice that a really nice Swedish blonde, you know, very fair skin, super blonde hair, blue eyes, very fair skin. So fair skin with blonde hair, you know, the color balance is good. And then if you take somebody, let's say, who's Afro-American, of course, you have the dark hair, the dark skin, and then if you work into someone who's Spanish or darker complexion, their hair seems to be naturally darker with it. You don't usually have black complected babies born with blonde hair. So the human eye, what we normally are used to seeing, is what's normal, you know. So if I'm going to make her blonde, then I should be sure that I use a blonde foundation, which is a lighter foundation. So one thing about a transformation makeup is that basically you can make anybody anything you want. So you can adjust your skin color based on the hair that you're going to have for a good color balance, because after all, this is a transformation, you know, taking one thing and transferring it to something else. So the only thing you want to do in a situation like that is be sure that you blend any colors that you have down so that you don't end up with a stump with a darker face here and a super light chest, or vice versa. Okay, so that's what we're going to attempt to do today. So my selection is going to be to use the lighter end of the color. I'm going to use the pale beige, which is this one right here. And then we offer this in a combination matching powder, which would be this right here. So these two go together. This is going to be my foundation stick, and this is going to be my setting powder. So now I'm going to come over to Tammy and show you how to apply the foundation stick. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to stripe this, just like this. Put it on the entire face, everywhere, particularly right here on this beard. I want to get this done real good. And fortunately, she doesn't have much neck beard, because some girls have that, you know. So she's we're real lucky to have such a smooth neck and chest Tammy here. It's a great subject. Now that I've just got some spread around the face, I'm going to work it with my finger, like this. I'm going to have real nice, even coverage everywhere.
Honey, how are you?
All right.
Not yet. I will. I'm sure. I will.
Now I'm going to hold right here for a minute just to show you something. So many people say that you have to match your foundation identically to your skin color. And if you notice now what a beautiful color I have here on Tammy's face versus her original color. And so, you know, people's faces are not real color consistent. Sometimes they're a little blotchy, sometimes have a little rosacea, they may have some pimples, pink nose. Their skin changes in color that if you try and match any one color, you're probably missing another one. So basically, you could see here, before I go and do this area here, you see that this color is really very nice for her, and it's way different than her actual natural color. So I don't go by the rule that you have to try and match your color of your foundation or makeup exactly to what your skin color is, because this is a transformation. You're an artist. You're sculpturing this face to get the final product for exactly what you want. So, if we're going to do a real nice blonde Tammy here, we're going to use the foundation stick that's going to work best for that final product. And you can see how nice this is. It's giving her just a beautiful skin tone of our choosing, not necessarily what she was born with. And close that. We're going to go right over the top of that eyelid. One thing nice about the foundation stick is that when it comes time to apply your makeup to it, it makes such a wonderful canvas to draw on. You could draw your eyebrows on it. Your makeup applies to it better. Down here around your lips are. You can, the lipstick sticks to it better. It's really excellent. So then I'm going to just blend a little bit here. I'm not going to stripe this up because I don't want this real heavy. But I'm just going to kind of blend this down into the neck. Just blend it down. Just take a little bit off the face and just make it so it's a nice blend. It just works right in. Just works right in. Just like that. That's a nice blend. That way the color doesn't stop dramatically from here to here. It's just real nice. Just real nice like that. There. Now the foundation is all done. She's nice and even color all the way around, and this is a beautiful canvas now to continue to draw our face on. So now we're going to create Tammy from this point. So now the next thing I want to do is, because the foundation stick is pasty, or otherwise it wouldn't work. Like liquid makeup just would never work to try and cover this beard. So the pasty foundation stick does this fabulous job. As you can see now, there's no evidence of beard where before there was. Liquid just don't really work for that. The only time you can get away with liquid foundation is if you had maybe a blonde hair naturally and very light color beard where you're not dealing with it, and the foundation, liquid foundation will work for that. But this works really super for most cross dressers. And so now that she's kind of sticky, we can't draw on that, so we want to set this foundation. So now it's time to put on Tammy's powder. But before I do that, I'm going to put an apron on Tammy so that we don't get powder on her clothes. Now, speaking of that, some girls put their makeup on before they put their clothes on, and some people put their makeup on after they put their clothes on. So you risk the chance of getting makeup on your clothes, particularly if you're going to put a dress on that comes over your head, because you're going to drag your makeup onto your clothes, and like if you were going to pull a sweater on or something like that. So you should really sometimes get yourself dressed first, depending on what you're going to wear. So if you're going to have your clothes on first, then you should have an apron so that you don't get eyeshadow and powder and one thing or another all over your nice clothes. So it'd be a good idea that you either make one of these out of a towel, or put a towel up on yourself, or just get one of these little aprons here and go ahead and put it on yourself to keep you from damaging your clothes. So now let's go to the powder selection. Now we have all these powders here, and basically what they are, they're the matching powders for the foundation sticks that we sell. And when you're on the website and you're selecting your foundation, you'll notice that we have some of them in stick and powder combinations. So that's the easy way to do it. So for Tammy now, we use the pale beige. So this is the powder that we're going to use. So being a left-hander, I'm going to come over here and put the powder on. So I put a liberal amount of powder on the puff, and then I pat. And any fallen powder won't be a problem, because we have the apron on, and we just pat, 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 pat. Now, because the foundation stick is just that, a stick, and it's somewhat pasty, if I take my really nice puff and I rub it on the face like this, if I apply the powder like this, I'm going to ruin my puff, because I'm going to ball it all up with foundation stick, because basically I'm wiping the foundation stick off. So by keeping a liberal amount of powder on the puff, and by patting, I don't risk the chance of balling up the foundation stick and ruining my nice puff. And this applies real nice and even. And see, now her face is all dry, and it's not pasty at all, and that foundation stick is now set. So the makeup will draw very easy on it, and it will last a long time. And one of the reasons for using your foundation stick along with your powder is for the longevity of your makeup to last. You know, being men, we have beard. Beard is the biggest obstacle to overcome in doing our makeup, is dealing with the beard. Because we have men's skin with beard, our skin is extremely porous all over, because everywhere where there's a beard follicle, there's a hole in our face where the beard is. So when you take the foundation stick and you put that on your face and you work it in, basically the foundation stick goes into the pores of your skin, and it makes your skin really nice and smooth. Because if you noticed before, she had male skin, and now she has female skin. That's because we filled in all the holes in her face from all of the beard. Now, you know, if, let's say Tammy has a early shadow in the day type beard where it grows very rapidly, okay? So the hair is going to want to start growing to come up out of the pore. And when it does that, because the pore has our pasty type foundation stick in it, it's going to coat the hair with the foundation stick, and it will actually, the hair will become invisible as it starts to grow because of the foundation stick. So the powder will keep it set. The foundation pasty type foundation will keep the beard from showing for a day. It works very, very well. That's the other benefit to using a foundation stick over liquid, because liquid will not do that. It will not give you this beautiful finish on your face, smoothing the skin out, and it definitely will not work with beard. So we have now completed the cleaning of the face, the foundation application, and the powdering of the face, and now we're ready to move on to step number 2.